Okay.
Will you please mute me?
Oh, I'll mute you. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Let me get my screen set. Okay. All right. So, hi, Monica, thank you for coming. All the rest of the parents who get a chance to see this later, welcome to the meeting. I'm Jennifer Sears. I'm the coach of the Peninsula Catholic Forensic Team. I have been the coach of the team for, this is now my 15th season, so I've been doing this a while. I started this team back when my oldest son, my first of 5, started at PC all those years ago. They didn't have a team at the time. Forensics was something I had done back when I was in middle school, high school, and college. It was something I was very passionate about, and I knew there was a lot of talent out there in the PC community. I also felt very strongly about the benefits of learning to speak well. It's something I've always communicated to my own kids. As I told them, I will never force you to do any activity, sport, club you don't want to do, but you will do forensics, because no matter what you want to do in life, you have to be able to speak well. And, out of my 5 kids, some have embraced it, some have done it grudgingly, but they've all done it. So thank you for being here with me tonight. I'm going to be referring to my little notepad here because I wanted to make sure that I don't forget anything. So what is forensics? Well, it's kind of important that I point that out because I've actually had students show up thinking they were there for some CSI club. I'm like, no, we're the other forensics. We're the competitive public speaking forensics. Our team competes in 2 leagues, the TFL, the Tidewater Forensic League, and the PFL, the Peninsula Forensic League. Those are 2 local leagues. And we go to we average about 5 tournaments a year in each of those leagues. Now, as it is, we've already had to scratch one from each league because the tournaments fall during, one is during midterms, one's during finals. But we still get a good amount of tournaments in the year, and you'll be able to find out more about what those tournaments are after I explain that to you when I show you the website. I'll also briefly mention NSDA. NSDA is the National Speech and Debate Association. It used to be called the NFL, National Forensic League, but I guess they used to get us confused with some competitive sports league. And so they changed the name instead of, we changed the name instead of, making them change the name. So we are the National Speech and Debate Association. It's kind of like, I call it a Forensics Honor Society. And membership in that is a very valuable thing. One of the benefits the students have from it is that they are able to compete at the national qualifier tournament and hopefully qualify to the national tournament. We've had a student of ours a few years ago qualify to the national tournament. It was very, very exciting. And so as you compete in tournaments, you rack up points, and when you get to a certain level, that's when you become the first level of membership in the NSDA. And then as you compete more and you build up higher in rank. Your student will tell you more about that as they progress in forensics. Now, right now, I'm going to, excuse me a second, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. And hopefully, Monica, I'm just going to unmute you for a second. Can you see my screen,
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I don't know where the microphone is on this computer, so I don't know.
Oh, I can hear you. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Can you see the team website?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Okay. All right, this is our team website. This is where you're going to find all the information that you need. I highly recommend that parents bookmark this site because when you're going to be wondering, when is that tournament? How do you sign up and things like that? This is where you're going to go. Now, I don't know if, I'm afraid that bar is hiding the website address, unfortunately, but the website address is www.knightsforensics.webs.com. And I can email that website link to you if you need me to, once I have your email address. But this is where you will come for everything you need to know. And speaking of everything you need to know, the first thing I'm going to show you is the Forensics Team Handbook. So I'm going to click on that. And this is the Forensics Team Handbook. This has everything you need to know about forensics, such as communication, meetings and practice, tournaments, how to sign up for a tournament, things about conduct and sportsmanship, transportation, and judging. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a bit because this is very important. My contact information as well as Mr. Penrod's, and this little bit back here called Forensics 101, How to Go to a Tournament. And it addresses so many questions that students and parents have about what happens when we go to a tournament. So I highly recommend you go to the, let me go back, go to the page, click on here, Forensics Team Handbook. That has so much information there and will answer a whole lot of questions. Second important thing that I want parents to know about is this right here. If you can see my little thing going around it, the parents' information card. What I need everyone to do is to go and fill this out and just click send message. That sends the message to me, so I have that information. I need to have that information when I go to a tournament. You're just in the event, something happens, and just so you know, nothing has ever happened that I have needed to go and contact a parent. But just in the event something does, I like to have that information there, you know, on my laptop so that I can reach you in case of an emergency. Okay, I'll show you how to find out what tournaments are coming up. You click on the schedule tab right up here. That brings us to our 2019-2020 tournament schedule. As I told you before, we compete in the TFL and the PFL. Here are our tournaments for the upcoming season in both those leagues. Also, there are some invitationals. These are ones that we may or may not go to just based on the interest of our students. So you can see those right here. These are the NSDA tournaments. The national qualifier that I'd mentioned before is in March, and then there's the national tournament there. I also put all of the tournaments in chronological order down here, just so if you like to keep track of them that way. It just makes it a little bit easier. So there is the tournament schedule. How does your student sign up for a tournament? They click on tournament sign up. And right now I have, you know, the 2 October tournaments listed here, and they go click on the tab, and that takes them to here. And this is where they sign up for that tournament. It's very, very easy. I like to make it nice and easy. Now there's the parents page. I'm going to click on that. And one of the things that you see here is we want you to judge forensics. I strongly encourage parents, if you have the time, and if you are looking for service hours, to come and meet with me to find out how to judge at a forensics tournament. It's a lot easier than you would think, and I have a whole lot of information here about it, a lot of frequently asked questions about it, like this one here, but I don't know anything about forensics. Would I be a good judge? Just read that over. It's a lot easier than you think. It's just a matter of getting to be familiar with the rules of the competition, and they're really very simple. But you know, judging at a tournament can get you, you know, about 5 to 6 service hours under your belt. You do it a few times, and you've got all your service hours for the season. Plus, you get to be there for your son or daughter's competitions. So it's really a lot of fun. But I will be very happy to teach and train anybody who is interested. And to be honest, at some tournaments, we're going to need extra judges, especially in TFL, because one thing TFL has done has gone from being 3 rounds of competition with 1 judge in each round to 2 rounds of competition with 2 judges in each round. So that will make the evening shorter, which I'm really excited about, and I know the students like. But to do that, we need as many judges as we can at these tournaments. So anybody who would be willing to join in, I would be so happy to have you on board. All you need to do is send me an email or shoot me a text, and my contact information is here on this website. Okay, let me go back now. I don't think there was anything else, anything dire that I need to share right this second. So let me stop share, and I'm back here. Okay. Let me unmute you for a second. Monica, did you have any questions?
Actually, I did have one question.
Yes.
And I think on your email, it talked about something that we had to print out and fill out and submit to Mr. Penrod for field trip type thing.
Yes, that was something that Mrs. Franklin had asked me to get out to everyone.
Okay, and then you just need that before the first tournament that they participate in?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes. And that has on it, at least it should, as long as I emailed the right one, all of the tournaments for the season on there. All of the regular tournaments that we're going to be going to. So,
all right. Thank you.
Yeah. And if I think what I may do is get some printed up, because I don't have all the parents' email addresses yet, because I don't have everyone, having filled out that information form yet. So I may have to just give them out in class for those whose email addresses I don't have yet. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind just printing it up and sending it in with her, that would be great.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, were there any other questions?
Not right now.
Okay, super. Well, thank you for being in here, Monica. I'll mute you again if you don't have any other questions. And for everyone else, if you have any questions at all about tournaments, about transportation, about forensics itself, about your son or daughter's progress, any questions about the pieces that they're doing, anything at all, please do not hesitate to contact me. Look on the website and you will see my information there, my email address, my phone number. Please feel free to get a hold of me any way you need to. Or you can always check in with Mr. Penrod as well. His email address is there as well. So thank you so much. It was a pleasure getting to talk with you tonight, and I will look forward to seeing you at upcoming tournaments. Thank you so much.